As dawn breaks over Hawaii volcanoes, National Park, the first rays of sunlight touch the rugged, majestic landscape, painting it in hues of orange and gold. In this moment of serene beauty, where nature awakens in all its glory, I stand at the base camp, taking in the familiar yet ever awe-inspiring view. My name is Koa, a name as rooted in this land as the ancient lava flows that define it. I've been a park ranger here for more years than I care to count, walking these trails and scaling these ridges with a reverence that only grows with time. But today, there's a different air about the park, a subtle shift that tugs at the edges of my senses. Leilani, my fellow ranger and a lifelong friend, approaches with her characteristic light-footed grace. She's a force of nature in her own right, her presence as vital and vibrant as the lush forests we protect. Her dark brown curls, usually free and wild, are tied back, signaling the start of a serious day's work. "Koa, you all right, bro?" she asks, her eyes as sharp and penetrating as the black volcanic rock, searching my face for signs of concern. "Yeah, Lainey," I reply, forcing a half-smile that doesn't quite reach my eyes. "Just got this feeling, you know." My gaze drifts across the expanse of the park, over the land that is a part of me, the volcanic terrain that courses through my veins. Lainey moves closer, her voice dropping to a whisper. "Something's off today. This morning, I saw. It's hard to explain, like shadows moving by the old lava flow. Not normal." Before I can respond, Captain Corsiro, our team leader, calls us to gather. His voice, gruff with years of commanding respect, cuts through the morning calm. As we join the huddle of rangers, I can't help but feel the weight of the day ahead. It's a weight familiar to all who work under the vast, open skies of Hawaii volcanoes, National Park, where the beauty of nature is matched only by its unpredictability. Captain Corsiro stands before us, his presence as commanding as the ancient volcanoes that dominate the landscape. The morning light casts long shadows across his weathered face, etched with the experience of countless challenges faced in this unpredictable terrain. "Listen up," he begins, his voice steady and serious. "The Geological Survey reported unusual volcanic activities on Kilauea last night. We're seeing increased seismic activity and gas emissions. It's a clear sign that Peel is restless." His words hang in the air, heavy with the unspoken understanding of what that means for us all. Kilauea, one of the most active volcanoes on Earth, demands respect and caution, a sleeping giant beneath our feet. The group shifts uneasily, murmurs of concern passing through the ranks. We know all too well the power that lies beneath the surface, the destructive force that can be unleashed without warning. "There's more," Corsiro continues, his gaze sweeping over us. "We've got a missing persons report, a family of Hales, the Jenkins. Sarah and her two young boys, Tyler and Ethan, went hiking yesterday near the Chain of Craters Road and haven't come back." A collective sense of urgency ripples through us. The Chain of Craters Road is vast and unforgiving, a challenge even for seasoned rangers. Corsiro's eyes meet mine. "Sito, you're with Lennox," he says, referring to me and Leilani. "Start at the Kalapana Trail and work north. Keep your radios on and report anything unusual immediately." As the meeting disperses, Leilani and I exchange a look, a mix of determination and concern. The Kalapana Trail is no stranger to us, but today it feels different, as if the very ground beneath our feet is brimming with untold secrets. I grab my pack, feeling its familiar weight on my shoulders. Inside are the tools of our trade: maps, GPS, binoculars, all essentials for navigating and surviving the rugged wilderness of the park. Leilani does the same, her expertise in technical rescue evident in the array of gear she carries: ropes, carabiners, safety harnesses. Her preparation is meticulous, a testament to her skill and dedication. As we set out towards the Kalapana Trail, the sense of foreboding lingers. The park, usually a place of refuge and peace, now holds an air of mystery and danger. Unseen forces seem to stir beneath the verdant canopy and the ancient lava-carved landscapes. The missing family weighs heavily on our minds, their fate intertwined with the unpredictable whims of the park. We are determined to find them, to bring them home, unaware that our journey will lead us into the heart of the unknown, to discoveries that will challenge everything we know about this land we call home. The journey into the heart of Hawaii volcanoes National Park begins under a sky streaked with the colors of dawn. As we, Koa and Leilani, venture deeper into the wilderness, the familiar trails and ridges take on an unfamiliar tone, resonating with the urgency of our mission. Our boots tread softly upon the earth, a path we've both walked since childhood. This land, with its raw beauty and untamed spirit, has been a playground, a classroom, and now our responsibility. I, Koa, have always felt a deep connection to these lands, a bond forged through years of exploration and stewardship. Leilani, ever the spirited soul, matches my steps with her intuitive understanding of the park's moods and secrets. As we navigate through the dense forest, memories of past adventures fill our minds. We recall the days of racing up ancient lava trails, diving into hidden coves, and the many summers spent unraveling the mysteries of this paradise. Our shared history in these lands strengthens our resolve, lending us a silent, unspoken language that only years of friendship can create. The beauty of the park is juxtaposed with our grim task. We scour the terrain, eyes keen for any sign of the missing family. The volcanic land, usually a source of awe, now serves as a backdrop to our growing concern. Then, amidst the natural chorus of the forest, we stumble upon the first unsettling clue. Partially buried in the ash of a recent lava flow lies a camera, its lens melted, warped by the unforgiving heat. My heart sinks at the sight, the implications clear and foreboding. This camera, once a tool to capture memories, is now a silent witness to a family's nightmare. Further along, our search leads us to more harrowing discoveries. A child's backpack, its vibrant color dulled under a layer of volcanic dust, lies abandoned against a jagged rock. The name Ethan is stitched into the fabric, a stark reminder of the young life we're desperately hoping to find. Inside, the remnants of a child's adventure, a crumpled park map, a small toy, a half-eaten snack, paint a picture of innocence interrupted. Leilani kneels, her hands gently sifting through the debris, a solemn expression on her face. Each item we find, each piece of evidence, adds weight to the heavy silence between us. We press on, following a trail of scattered belongings, a water bottle, torn pieces of a map, all pointing towards the family's last known whereabouts. The landscape shifts under our feet, a mix of rugged terrain and the eerie remnants of volcanic activity. Every step takes us further into the unknown, into a situation that seems to grow more dire with each passing moment. Our radios crackle intermittently, a lifeline to the outside world, but in these moments, it feels like we're the only two people in an endless expanse of wilderness. The responsibility of finding the Jenkins family weighs heavily on our shoulders, a burden we carry with every step deeper into the heart of Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. As seasoned rangers, we're no strangers to the dangers and unpredictability of this land. But today, as we delve deeper into our search, there's an unspoken understanding that we're walking a path that might just lead us to confront the very heart of this park's ancient mysteries. In the dense underbrush of Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, a silence hangs heavy around us, a silence that seems unnatural, almost eerie. Leilani and I move cautiously, our senses heightened to the whispers of the forest. The usual symphony of wildlife is oddly muted, as if nature itself is holding its breath. As we navigate a particularly dense thicket, a sudden glimmer of something beyond the ordinary catches our eye. It's a fleeting, ephemeral sight that makes us both stop in our tracks. A figure, shrouded in an otherworldly glow, stands amidst the trees. Its presence is both mesmerizing and terrifying, a contradiction that defies our understanding. The figure seems to be made of fire and smoke, its form flickering and undulating like the flames of a bonfire. It moves with a grace that's unnatural, as if it's not bound by the laws of physics. The air around it shimmers with heat, distorting the landscape behind it into wavy lines of light and shadow. Leilani, ever the brave soul, steps forward, her body tensed for any unforeseen danger. "Koa," she whispers, her voice a mixture of awe and fear. "What is that?" I can't find the words to answer. My mind struggles to process what we're seeing. It's as if a piece of the volcano's heart has taken on a human-like form, wandering through its forest home. We watch in stunned silence as the figure moves. It seems to be searching, its head turning this way and that, as if listening for something we can't hear. The light it emits casts ghostly shadows on the forest floor, painting the world in a haunting, flickering light. Trying to make sense of the sight before us, I recall the legends and stories of Pele, the Hawaiian goddess of volcanoes. Her tales are woven into the fabric of these islands, stories of creation and destruction, of a fiery temper and a fierce love for her land. Could this figure be an embodiment of those ancient myths, a physical manifestation of the park's raw, volcanic power? The figure then pauses, as if sensing our presence. It turns towards us, its movements deliberate and unnerving. For a moment, it feels as if time stands still, the three of us locked in a moment that's both impossible and all too real. Leilani grips my arm, her fingers tight against my skin. "We should go," she says, her voice barely audible. "We shouldn't be here." I nod, my own instincts screaming the same warning. Whatever this figure is, it's clear that we've stumbled upon something beyond our understanding, something that belongs to the realm of the volcanic gods. We back away slowly, our eyes never leaving the figure. As we retreat, the forest seems to exhale, the sounds of nature cautiously returning to fill the silence we leave behind. Once we're at a safe distance, we stop, our hearts pounding in our chests. The image of the fiery figure is seared into our minds, a reminder that there are mysteries in this park that are beyond our comprehension, wonders and terrors that exist in the thin line between myth and reality. As we continue our search for the missing family, the encounter lingers in our minds, a surreal and terrifying experience that challenges everything we know about the park we call home. We move forward with a newfound respect and a deep-seated apprehension, aware that the land we tread holds secrets far older and stranger than we could have ever imagined. The serenity of the park is abruptly shattered as a wildfire, fierce and unyielding, erupts around us. The flames, fueled by the dry underbrush and an unforgiving wind, spread with terrifying speed, transforming the tranquil forest into a raging inferno. The sky, once a canvas of soft morning hues, is now choked with billowing smoke, casting a sinister pall over the landscape. Leilani and I, caught in the sudden onslaught, are thrown into a battle against nature's raw fury. The heat is intense, a searing wave that threatens to overwhelm us at every turn. Our training as rangers kicks in, our movements becoming swift and purposeful, but the wildfire is a beast of a different kind, unpredictable and merciless. As we navigate through the flames, the world around us becomes a blur of fire and smoke. The crackling of the fire is deafening, a cacophony that drowns out all other sounds. Our eyes sting from the smoke, our lungs burn with each breath of the heated air. The protective gear we wear offers some defense against the heat, but the ferocity of the wildfire tests its limits. The situation escalates rapidly. Flames leap from tree to tree, the fire creating its own wind, a maelstrom of heat and ash. Visibility drops to near zero, the smoke forming a thick, choking veil that obscures our path. In the chaos, Leilani and I become separated. Her figure, just moments ago by my side, is now lost in the smoky haze. I call out her name, my voice rough against the hot air, but there's no response, just the roar of the fire that surrounds me. Panic sets in, a primal fear that grips my heart. The thought of Leilani, alone and vulnerable in this fiery hell, propels me forward. I push through the blaze, my eyes desperately searching for any sign of her. The fire is relentless, a living entity that consumes everything in its path. The landscape is unrecognizable, the familiar trails and landmarks swallowed by the flames. Every direction seems fraught with danger. The fire a maze with no clear exit. I stumble over debris, the ground beneath me hot and treacherous. Ash and embers swirl around me, carried by the heated air. My mind races, thoughts of Leilani and our mission intertwining with the instinctive need to survive. Then, a sudden shift in the wind sends a wall of flames surging towards me. I'm forced to retreat, the heat so intense it feels like it's searing through my gear. My path is blocked, the fire hemming me in from all sides. I find myself at the edge of a steep ravine, the ground crumbling under the onslaught of the blaze. I'm trapped, the wildfire closing in, its flames reaching out like hungry fingers. In this moment, the full force of nature's power is terrifyingly clear. The park, our sanctuary and protector, is now a landscape of destruction and fear. I cling to the hope that Leilani has found safety, that her skills and experience have guided her through the inferno. As for me, with the fire encroaching from all sides, I face the stark reality that escape might no longer be an option. The wildfire, in its unbridled wrath, has transformed the park into a battlefield, and I am caught in the heart of its fury. Amidst the roaring flames and choking smoke, a startling truth reveals itself to Leilani and me. The fiery figures we encountered, wreathed in flames and moving with otherworldly grace, are none other than the missing Jenkins family, transformed into lava walkers. This revelation hits like a physical blow, filling us with a mix of horror and profound sadness. The once ordinary family, now lost to the volcanic powers, roamed the land they had come to explore, forever altered by forces beyond comprehension. As we stand there, witnessing this tragic transformation, the emotional weight of the situation is overwhelming. The lava walkers, embodying both the destructive power of nature and the remnants of their human past, are a haunting sight. The mother, leading her children, reaches out to us, a gesture that transcends the divide between her fiery form and our human frailty. In that moment, the harsh reality of our mission sinks in. We are witnesses to a fate that is both awe-inspiring and heart-wrenching. The need for escape becomes urgent as the wildfire, fueled by the park's untamed energy, rages around us. Leilani and I, bound by our duty and a deep-seated drive to survive, navigate our way through the inferno. The blaze is disorienting, a maze of flames and smoke that tests our limits and pushes us to the brink of despair. Our escape is a blur of adrenaline-fueled action. We dodge falling embers, leap over fissures in the ground, and evade the sweeping flames. The heat is intense, a relentless enemy that threatens to overpower us at every turn. In this battle against nature's fury, every step forward is a victory against the odds. When we finally emerge from the clutches of the wildfire, the relief is palpable, but it's tinged with the somber realization of what we've left behind. The land we love and protect has shown us its most formidable face, and the memory of the lava walkers, a family caught in the crossfire of natural forces, will haunt us forever. Back at the safety of our base, as we recover from the ordeal, there's a noticeable shift in the air between Leilani and me. Our shared experience in the face of such raw and untamed power has brought us closer, transforming our relationship. The unspoken bond that has always existed between us has deepened, solidifying into something more profound. In the midst of nature's chaos, we've found a connection that is as real and grounding as the earth beneath our feet. The park, though, scarred and altered, continues to be a part of us, a testament to our resilience and dedication. As we reflect on the events, there's a new understanding in our eyes, a recognition of the strength we draw from each other and the unbreakable bond forged in the heart of the fire. In the heart of Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, our story, like the land itself, continues to evolve, a narrative of resilience, discovery, and an unbreakable connection to the world around us.